What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Jaden. I'm going to be sharing with you guys and walking you guys through step by step how to build a product page on Shopify using completely free tools. But this is the product page we're going to be building, and I'm going to walk you guys through step by step exactly how to build out this page so that way it looks incredible on desktop and on mobile. So that way you can have a product page that converts extremely well. So I already built this out here just to get an idea of what it's going to look like, and I'm going to build it out using PageFly, which PageFly is a free app that you can use on Shopify. So if you go here to Shopify and then go to the App Store under Settings and then go to Apps and Sales Channels, you guys can go to the Shopify App Store and type it in. But basically, PageFly, that's the one you're looking for. It's completely free, guys. You guys get a certain amount of pages that you can use to build whatever pages you want. So you get like one product page, one home page, one regular page, one blog page, etc. And really, that's all you need. You only need the one product page and really a home page for your store, and that's basically it. You can add on as you go, but those are the main ones that you need. So for this, I want you guys, first, you guys need to have a product already. You need to have a product set up on Shopify, okay? You can be on the free trial, doesn't matter, or you can have a paid plan already, but you have to have a product set up. So have it named, have pictures already set up. And if you guys are curious how to get a picture like this, where there's like the ebooks in the background and the free shipping banner and shadows and stuff like that, then you guys should go check out my one of my more recent videos that's titled "How to Create Product Images That Actually Convert," and that I walk you through step by step using 100% free tools on how to create product images just like that. And again, it's completely free. There's no free trial. There's no paid plans or paid editing software. No fancy editing gear. Literally, it's just drag and drop, and you can create something like that within literally 10 minutes. So I want you guys to go watch that if you haven't already before this video, so that way you can have amazing product images for your store and for your page. So anyways, I want you to have the product set up, the pricing, all that squared away, because that's important for PageFly to actually work, or for PageFly to actually work. So again, this is page we're going to be building, and all you got to do is once you're in PageFly, it's going to say PageFly free, and then you're going to click on pages, click on product page, and in this case I already have one set up, but if you guys didn't, it would show this, something like this, and it would say either create from template or create a blank page. Do blank page, and then that's going to look like this. So it's going to look like this. There's going to be nothing on there, and we're going to start immediately by building this first area with the product image and stuff like that. So you want to click on add element, and under layout, so you click that plus right here, click on layout, and then click on these two halves right here. Looks like two squares basically. And so now you have a couple different things here. You have a column, you have a row, and you have a section. The section is the biggest piece of any page, and so that means you can put different elements in, like this picture element, this product image element you can put in, like the product title, the price, inside of this section, and you'll put them in these different columns. And so I'll show you what I mean by that. So first, click on the Shopify icon here, click on product media, and then use this third option here. And so automatically it will preload your product. And if you have multiple products, or if it doesn't show up for some reason, all you got to do is click on here, assign products, and then your products from Shopify will already be loaded here. So it would be on the left here. You would just simply click on it and then bring it over here. So I'll show you guys. So it'd usually be like this. All you got to do is click on the product you want, click this arrow, drag it over, click save, and then it'll automatically show up with the product images that are in there for that product. So right now we have the different images here on the left. We actually want that changed to be down below. So all you got to do is click on product media, and then click on media list position, click that to say the bottom, and there we go. And so we want to get rid of all this white space here. We don't want so much white space, so all you got to do is click on set fixed width and toggle that off. And so now it's bigger and the images take up the whole page instead of having all that margin, all that white space there. So next thing is we want the title of our product. So click on the Shopify icon again, click on product title, click on the first one, drag that over, and then let go of the mouse. So then that will automatically bring up the product name that you typed in the product section of Shopify here. And usually I like to name the product. Oh yeah, and for fonts, real quick, before I go into that, fonts, there usually won't be anything that shows up. I think the default is Times New Roman. So all you got to do is click on this gear for settings. It's going to show all the Google fonts that you have. Usually I like to use Poppins, so you're going to type in Poppins. In this case, I already have it selected, but if it wasn't, all you got to do is just check mark it and then hit select and then click on the font again, select Poppins, and there you go. Poppins is selected. In this case, I want to bold it. So I'm going to click on more settings here, click on font weight, go to bold, and as you can see, it's bolded now. And we're going to make the font size a little bit bigger, like 36. And then we're going to center it. So text alignment and then click this one here to center it. So there we go. We got the title there. And I forgot to mention, it's very important to have this page auto-save so that way you don't accidentally complete this whole product page and then forget to save it. That would be quite unfortunate. So click on here where it says editor settings next to all devices, and then click enable autosave, toggle that on. And you'll see right here, it just changed from unsaved to save, and that's good because that means that autosave is working. So you want that on there just so that way you don't accidentally X off and lose all your progress. But okay, we're going to do the prices next. So click on the Shopify icon again, product price, drag this one here, this top section here, because that will have the product price and the compare at price shown together. And I'm going to change the fonts for both of those to Poppins. We're basically going to use Poppins for everything, just because I like Poppins. It looks the best that I found. And so now for different colors. So when you guys click on, sorry if I was going too fast, y'all, but to change the color of a text, all you got to do is click on the text, so like compare at price. At the top here of styling, it's going to say content color. Just click on this like checkerboard almost, and then boom. You have all these different colors you could click right here if you want. Or you could type in your own, which says hex. That's called a hex code. So it's going to be 6 numbers and letters that basically you can type in and will correspond to a color. So for example, if you type in 6 E's, so E, then that will make it kind of gray, grayish white. And so there's different hex codes you can look up. So if you type in like light red hex code on Google, then you know there'll be tons of different websites that have hex codes that you can find different colors for your store. But in this case, I already have some in mind. So for this one, we're going to do A9. That's like a light gray. Go to more settings. We're going to bold that. And for the main price, we're going to make that. I have some colors here that I've saved over the years. I've done this for over 3 years, e-commerce, specifically on Shopify. And so we've had some experience using all these colors and using PageFly. And I've done, okay, so now we're going to change the price or the font size of it. So we're going to change it to, like 34 is good. And then compare at price, we're going to change it to 30. And so I've done that like so many times, guys. I've redone my product page over and over and over again. And I just wasted so much time because I was second guessing myself and I would change the product page even though it didn't need to be changed. And I was so focused on doing everything except for the things that needed to be done. And so this product page that I'm building out, this one right here, was literally the exact product page that I've used over the past few years for my own store. And this is an example product, so it's not my product. I got these pictures, or this picture here, off of Alibaba. But then I added in all these different ebooks, which you'll understand why they're in there in just a minute. That's a part of our offer, or this example offer for this page. But I don't want you guys to waste as much time as I did, because I wasted so much time just redoing the product page over and over again, and when it didn't really need to be done, I was just second guessing myself. So that's why I wanted to make this tutorial for you guys, so that way you don't waste as much time as I did. But anyways, let's get back to the tutorial. So right now we're on all devices, so any device that you pick up, such as like a computer or a desktop or whatever, this is what's going to show. And one thing you can do is, once it's saved, you can click on this little I button to preview the page. So right now there's nothing there yet. That's fine, but it will show up. So you have to click save and publish. Almost forgot. But once you click save and publish, then you can preview the page. So preview, and okay, it's not showing up. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes to show up, but we can check that later. As you can see for this one, this preview works, no problem. So there you go. Yeah. And so you can check that every now and then to make sure it's looking good. But we also want to make sure it looks good on mobile. Mainly, we're more concerned about how it looks on mobile than desktop, because more people buy on mobile than desktop. So as you can tell, it does, we can make some adjustments for mobile. So what you can do is, again, go to mobile here. So click on, it would show all devices. Click on mobile. Then, okay, we're going to change this so that way these images are on the bottom. So click on product media list position, then click bottom. There you go. And to get rid of this white space on top, just go to styling. The padding is what causes, padding and the margin are what cause the white space on top. And so right now it shows 20. So if I did like 100, there's a lot more white space. If I did 0, then it decreases the amount of white space there. Okay. Yeah, and if you click on the row, that's kind of like that lime green color, you can decrease it even more by clicking on general under row, and then go to column spacing, and then instead of it being 30, highlight it and then make it 0, and then it got rid of the last of the white space. The rest of the white space there is from the product image itself. But that's how you can get rid of that white space if you want to. Anyway, so down here for the product name, all you got to do to change the font size is, go down here again, 26, and we're going to change the padding a little bit too. So we're going to make it 10. So that was just further up. Then we're going to change this font to 26, and then 24. Yeah, 22. There you go. Okay, cool. And you can also do it from desktop. So like if I wanted to change the mobile font size here, all I got to do is click on this little button that shows the picture of the desktop, go to mobile, and then I can change the mobile font size as well. But now we're going to add next page. If you have like a buy now pay later service like Afterpay or Klarna or Zip, then you can add a picture of that there, which they have brand assets that you can add, so you can get that picture from them. If you don't have it, that's fine. You can skip it for now, or whenever you do have one, then you can add that in, because that can definitely help your conversions by having a buy now pay later service, especially if your product is over like $50. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we're going to click on add element. I'm going to scroll down here to media, click image, drag the first one down, underneath the price, and then this big image shows up. And what you do is go to General, click Select Image, and in this case, there's the Afterpay thing. So to get all these pictures up here, you would just click Upload from Computer, and then you would have, then you know, select the image that you want, and then it would load in here, and then there you go. Then you could select it for your product page. But anyways, it's already selected here, so just click Select, and as you can tell, it's very big. We don't want it that big, so you just have to disable full width. So click No, and then change the image width to about, I think 250s. No, yeah, 100 is good. 100, 120. Either of those are fine. So you can add that image right underneath the price. And then now we're going to add the reviews. If you don't have reviews at the beginning, that's fine. I would still, you know, you don't have to include this part, but I would still put the stars there, because just psychology, or naturally, whenever we see those 5 stars for reviews, that automatically makes us think, okay, this product is pretty good, you know, or it just helps us feel more comfortable and trust this product page more, or in this brand more. So I still recommend you have stars, even if you don't have reviews yet, or not that many reviews. So to add the stars, if you guys saw, just click on Add Element, go down to Basic, and then under that, click Icon, drag the icon here. And so now you can select icons. So you can change the star if you want, but I'm going to leave that the same. Go to Styling, Content Color, and let's see, I have a color for that already, which is this. There we go. And to make sure it looks good on mobile, for the star, we can go to General and then change the size of the icon. So instead of 28, we're going to do 24. And laptop usually looks fine, like it'll still show up to all devices. So however all devices looks like this, that's what the desktop will look like, as you can tell on here. So that's fine. And tablet, you can honestly leave it. I'm not too sure how much it affects it, because I don't have a tablet. But usually, like however it is on all devices, it'll be fine as well. So to get the star underneath it, like in here, so it looks all neat like that, what you can do is click on Afterpay, click on the image, go to Styling, scroll down until you see Display Style, and then you're going to click Block. Block just simply means that nothing else can be in this area. So nothing, like I can't drag the star and have it sitting next to it. It can either go above it or below it. In this case, we want it below it. And we're also going to add some margin, like 20, so that way there's space in between the image and the icon. And then we're going to duplicate that 5 times to have 5 stars. Now to get the text here, I'm going to go click on the plus, click on heading, drag down the first option, and then boom, there you go. I'm going to change it to pop-ins again, and change it to 14, or no, we'll do 18. More settings, make it bold, and in this case, say 4.8 out of 5 by 12,122 happy moms. And this, for the sake of example, this is humidifiers being sold to kids to help relieve their allergies. And so in this case, we'd be selling it to mothers. That'd be our ideal customer, mothers of young kids. And so that's why I'd say happy moms there. It just sounds, it sounds more personalized and better than just saying, 4.8 out of 5 stars, but that's up to you whether you want to add that or not. And to get them next to the stars, or to get this heading next to the stars, all you got to do is click Inline under Display Style, and we're going to add some space in between. So we're going to add the margin, the left margin. Yeah, like 5 is good. And you can also go to mobile to change it and make it look better. So we're going to change that to, whoops, sorry guys, 14. Oh, we'll do 13. Yeah, 13 looks good. Okay, So now we got that. Now we're going to create this offer section. In this case, the offer for this product page is to get $100 in free gifts when you order now. And the reason why it's so compelling is when you offer free stuff that's increasing the perceived value of your product, you're automatically, your customer is saying to themselves, wow, I'm getting all these other free things on top of the product that I'm already buying. And so, especially if you're selling something more competitive like a humidifier, where there's tons of them out there, a great way to differentiate yourself is to offer free stuff, free things that add value to the customer, free things that your customer will care about. It can't just be like, oh, get this free sticker for free when you order today. No, it has to be something that they actually value. So in this case, it could be 2 extra filters, could be free shipping or free expedited shipping. It could be a free lifetime warranty. Could be a free ebook on how to relieve allergies. That's why these ebooks are there, because it's part of the offer. And if you guys are still confused about the offer or not sure how to come up with an offer, then I highly recommend you watch my offer video after this. It's titled like how offering free stuff can explode your sales and profit. That's also under my e-commerce playlist on my YouTube channel. So you can go check that out. I'll also link to it below in the description for you guys. But I highly recommend you watch that video before this one, because once you have your offer set up, then it'll make this journey just that much easier. So anyways, we're going to build out this part now. So what you gotta do is click on element, go to heading again, drag another one down. Okay, pop-ins. We're gonna make it like 30, yeah. And center it, gonna be bold again. And so I'm just gonna copy text over, but you can say whatever you want. It doesn't have to be get $100 in free gifts. You don't have to copy my offer. Whoops. And yeah, if you guys ever, no, what? Okay, sorry guys, I don't know why I did that. Okay, good, that's fine. That's good that it didn't do that. Or that's good that it didn't save. But basically, if you do mess something up, like if I accidentally type the wrong thing, then, well, usually that undo button will show up, so then you can click the undo button. I don't know why it's not showing up right now. Sorry guys, I don't know why. That was having trouble a second ago. And now we want to get it different color. Just having different colors like that can help stand out. The contrast of the colors can just make it easier for the customer to read it, and two, it just adds a more branded feel, especially if your brand colors are like blue and white. Then by adding blue as part of your text, it can just feel more branded. It can make your product page come more alive rather than just having a white background with black text, And that reminds me, for the section color, if you highlight the section, then you scroll down under styling to background color. We're not going to have it complete white. We're going to change the hex code to F8, F8, F8. That's a little bit more of a grayish white, but it's still mainly white. But anyways, it just helps. It can also help ease the eyes of your customer too. If, like how most people have the dark mode on their phone. It just helps, especially if they're reading it at night, to not have like a complete like plastered white color. So just, I find that by not having a complete white background, by having a little bit of gray in there, that can help just people read it and stay on the page longer. But anyways, to change this top part to be blue, all you got to do is click on the heading, go to General. Under Heading Text, you're going to highlight that part that you want a different color. Click on this A with the underline, and then you're going to do hashtag. In this case, it's 4A90E2. That's the blue color I want. There you go. And then I'm going to highlight this, and then Control U for Windows. I'm not sure for Mac if it's something different, but that's just to underline the text there. Okay, and now we're going to create this list. So for the list, I do like to list out the free things that you're getting in the offer, because it can be helpful. And I'm going to delete these ones because I'm going to format this first or this first bullet point, and then we'll be able to duplicate them, make it easier. But font family populace like usual. We're not going to bold it this time, but we are going to make the font size about 24. Go to general and click on list up here at the top. Marker type, you're going to change that to none. And we're going to turn on icon. So click on the list item. There's a difference between the list and the list item. The list itself has all of the different list items inside of it. So if you want to change the icon or have the icon show up, click on list item. So make sure it says list item and it's bolded up here. And then click show icon like that. So the black star will pop up. We're going to change that to be a, let's see, check. Yeah, house with a check. So just type in check under icons. In this case, it's under recently used, but it will be under buildings right here. Or whatever icon you want to use. You don't have to use the same ones as I do. Change that to 28. Go to styling. We're going to change that color to be 4A90E2. Or in this case, the bottom left color. I just found that color looks good. But then we're going to add the text itself. So in this case, it was 2 free health protective filters. And health protective filters are not like some brand new type of filter or anything. They're not something I made up. It's interesting. So, never had that happen before. Okay. Okay, there we go. I guess for some reason, because I copied it when the icon was still here on this page and then pasted it here, it duplicated the icon for some reason. So I don't know, but you guys won't have that problem. I do want the trademark symbol, so usually I just type in trademark symbol, and then right here I will just copy it and then paste it here. There we go. Okay, I had this problem. Earlier too when I was building out the first version of this product page. Whenever I paste in the trademark symbol, it for some reason duplicates the icon. I don't know why. Yeah, let's see, it did it again. So we'll leave it off for now, but usually I'll put the trademark symbol there. That doesn't mean that you don't have legal protection when you put that. The actual registered trademark symbol is the R. So registered trademark symbol. So you can see there's a difference. There's the R. This is just TM. TM doesn't provide you any legal protection. It just, it's more to show looks, or it can be shown, or you can put it on there if you have applied for a trademark and you're just waiting for it to be approved, then you can put TM there. But basically, you can use TM whether you have a trademark or not, or whether you filed for one or not. So I just like to put it on there because it looks more official too. It makes you look more legitimate as a brand rather than if you didn't have that. And I like to name my certain things instead of just saying like 2 free filters, like, okay, that's kind of cool, but it's not that special. By adding health protective filters, I mean, it's true. It helps protect your health because of the filters. It filters out all these germs and allergens and stuff from the air, so it keeps your breathing air safe. So by adding a unique name like that, a compelling name, like health protective filters, that can just enhance the perceived value of what you're giving them. Because everyone else, who just gets the product off Alibaba, they'll just be saying, oh, just get 2 free filters, whatever. Like, they don't add any extra juice to it. They don't make it any more exciting than it already is. But you can add more excitement to it, and that's going to make your offer and your brand seem more valuable and more authentic and more trustworthy, because you've added and taken the time to change the names and use unique names that are compelling to your customer. So I like to add a name like that for all my different things. Okay, the next part is free insured shipping, free insured expedited shipping. And usually for all my shipping options, like in Shopify, I do like to say insured expedited shipping. One, because my shipments are usually insured. I use Amazon to ship out my products for me, there's something you can do called Amazon Multi-Channel Fulfillment, MCF, which I can do a tutorial for you guys if you'd like to learn about that. But basically, they use their Amazon's fulfillment centers to ship out your products with, like 1 to 2 day shipping times, which is customers really love that. But anyway, so I do still like to call my shipping options, for Shopify checkout. I still like to name them with insured expedite shipping because it makes it sound like it'll get there faster, and also it sounds like your order is protected. Now, if you don't have insured shipping and you don't have expedite shipping, don't put that, don't mislead your customer, but you can still make your shipping options sound nicer. You can say that, hey, yeah, we are willing to insure our shipping options, for your convenience. And Shopify does, if you manually ship out your products, like I did that for several months as well when I was first starting. I brought my packages myself to the post office, mailed them out myself, and Shopify actually gives you, I think, like $200 worth of free shipping insurance when you do that, and use their carriers like the post office in the United States, or FedEx or UPS, whatever. And so when I did that, then I did include, hey, or I did say that, hey, it's insured because it was actually insured. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that real quick. And so we'll change the icons in a second, but we're just going to do all these and list out names of them. There we go. And I also do like to name my ebooks, or to make the names compelling, instead of just saying, oh, this, get 10 allergy relief tips or whatever. You can name it our allergy relief secrets, because it makes it more exciting, more compelling. People are gonna stop and read that and be like, wow, like I gotta figure that out. I gotta learn that. I gotta buy this product to learn about this, and actually have compelling tips in there. Don't just have Chat GPT do it for you. I mean, you can do that if you want, but just make sure read it over. Don't just like create a 50-page ebook and never read it, because you want to make sure it makes sense too. So make sure it makes sense and the tips are valuable, that can actually help your customers. Don't just create an ebook for creating the sake, or for the sake of creating an ebook. Make sure that you're providing actual value and valuable tips or information for your customer. But in this case, for the sake of example, we have 2 ebooks, so we create the covers here. Again, I have a video on that, walking you through step-by-step how to create these covers and how to know what looks good on an ebook cover, and how to format that and how to design that pretty easily. But anyway, so we have all stuff for the offer here. We're just going to change the icons so they look a little bit nicer. And again, the contrasting colors, if it was all blue and this text was blue and this was blue down here and all that, it would just be too much. So I like to add some accents of different colors. Like in this case, it's orange. It alternates between orange and blue. Which in this case, orange, it was this color here, which automatically is on PageFly. And we're going to change this to be book. Change this to be a book. And again, you guys don't have to use the same icons as me, but these are the ones that I chose earlier when I was first creating the product page, and so that's the one I'm going to use. And okay, there we go. So those look better. And we can even change icons to be bigger, which actually I will. And also, did you see there where it said free VIP protection plan lifetime warranty? So do you see, by adding the words VIP protection plan, it just makes it sound more compelling? It's not just like, oh, boom, get a warranty. Because most people don't care about a warranty, but when you say, boom, VIP protection plan, it makes it sound like, holy crap, I'm being well taken care of by this brand. They're giving me a free protection plan for my product. Like, that sounds much more compelling than just Oh, 1 year warranty, lifetime warranty. So by adding the extra juice again with your copywriting, that can just go a long way to making more people convert and buy from you. So hope that helps. That's one little copywriting trick that I learned. But anyway, so we have this right here all set up and squared away. And now we are going to add the add to cart button. So we're going to click on the Shopify icon, product add to cart. I'm going to drag this middle option here. There we go. And actually, before we do that, I almost forgot, add element. And we're going to go layout again. We're going to scroll all the way down to block. We're going to add it right below the list. What the block does is, you'll see in a second, but I like to put a block inside, or I like to put my add to cart buttons inside of the block because you can better format the button that way. So anyways, there's the block. And basically, so I can center the add to cart button. If there was no block there, then it would center everything and the list would be misaligned and this would be all over the place. So having a block there is important. So change font to pop-ins. Again, I love pop-ins. So basically, everything here will have pop-ins. I'm going to change the space in between the icon and the text here. So click on the icon. There's already 5 margin. We're going to add 10 margin. Just make it a little bit better. And to make the add to cart button bigger or take up more space, we're going to add padding. So padding, difference between padding and margin is padding increases the amount of space here. So that means the color around it will also increase. But if I just increase the margin, that's just basically that's basically pushing off from it and you know, moving the text or the image itself. So like here, if I add margin to this, like 50, so you can see it moves to the right when I left the margin to it. So it's adding more white space, whereas again, padding is increasing the amount of room inside of, in this case, the button. So we're gonna add it to, let's see, 200 maybe? We're gonna do 180. There we go. And we're gonna do 16. There we go, perfect. And now for back, we're gonna change this gray color to be more green. Yeah, something like that. And again, don't think too hard about this, guys. Colors do not have to be like perfect or anything by any means. Nothing needs to be perfect for you to make sales from this. Okay, now, yep, as you guys saw, clicked on shadow. Click on shadow color. We're going to click on black. And we're going to shadow blur. We're going to increase shadow blur. So the bigger your shadow blur is, I guess, yeah, the more blurry it gets. If it's all the way at 0, as you can tell, the shadow is like almost like a solid block. So we're going to do like 35 vertical. We're going to drop it a little bit. And yeah, something like that is good. And also, we're going to click up here on normal state. You're going to click mouse over state. So this is only applicable to desktop. But we're going to copy this because that's the add to cart button color. I'm going to change it to white. And we're going to go up here to content color, and we're going to change that to the green that's here. So that way, when you hover over on desktop, as you can see, it turns white. So it's another just nice aesthetic thing that you can do, and also it just helps people know that, okay, I'm over the add to cart button, so my mouse didn't freeze or anything like that. But again, it's also nice aesthetically to have that. I'm also going to click on block. I'm going to add some space in between the list and the add to cart button. So we're going to do like 20 margin is good. So boom, there we go. And okay, so now we're going to add the money back guarantee sign. So click on element, go to heading. I'm going to put it inside the block. So there we go, just like that. And you can always check by clicking on block and seeing if the text is inside, which it is. So that's good. In this case, we want icon, so click on general, show icon, and then click on store. We're going to do a check. Go. change that to blue. Go into bold this, more settings, bold. And if you guys are wondering why I'm not doing bold here by just clicking the B button, it's because sometimes if you click this button, it doesn't fully bold it, it only semi-bolds it. So to make sure that it actually bolds all the way, I like to go under more settings and just manually do it by clicking font weight and the bold. Okay, so now in this case, we're going to do a 90-day money-back guarantee. I do like to make my money-back guarantees longer than most people. You know, most people only have like a 30-day money-back guarantee or 7-day money-back guarantee. And I think, you know, if you can improve your conversion rate by having a longer money-back guarantee, then why not have it? Sure, you could say it could decrease, you know, it could increase returns or refunds or whatever, but I see it's well worth the risk because the amount of sales that you'll make will far outweigh the amount of returns and refunds that you get. And so usually with this, the 90-day money-back guarantee, I'll also offer free returns. So you can also have it as like on the announcement bar. So this part up here, which I just haven't done that yet. I just created the store today. So I wanted to, you know, since this is a test store, I didn't put that up there, but you can add that in here or you can add it on the product page itself. But anyways, I like to go with a 90-day money-back guarantee. That's usually more compelling, or it seems more compelling to me than just a 30-day money-back guarantee. And over the past couple of years, that has worked better than a 30-day guarantee. So anyways, now we're going to add this trust badge. So we can go up here, click on image, duplicate that, drag it down here into the block. There we go. Change the image. This trust badge I got off, I think like Unsplash or something. Like there are tons of different sites that have free trust badges that you know are you can use for commercial use. But I would just look for them. They're online in different places, but they can come in very handy for your product page because this can just be great to for your customers so they know, okay, like they take PayPal, they take Discover, they take some of these payment options that, you know, may not be mainstream or, you know, that not all stores have. So this can also just, you know, be great for them. And also it helps, it also helps to add images. Images also help to make it, or it encourages your buyer to keep reading because there's more images, so it's less taxing on their eyes, and it just makes things more interesting. We're more visual people, or people are more visual, so we'd rather look at an image than read text. So by having an image or icons like this, it can be great and just can help improve your conversion rate. But anyways, so we got that right there. Before we move on to the next part, we're going to change all the stuff on mobile and make it look good. So I'm going to change this to 28. Icons. Yeah, we'll do 24. And if this tutorial is helping you guys at all, I would love it if you guys subscribe for more videos just like this, more tutorials just like this one. And please let me know what you guys would like to see from me in the future. If you guys want more e-commerce tutorials like this, or if you guys want to learn about fulfillment centers or how to create an offer or more videos like that, or how to do copywriting, stuff like that, then I'd be more than happy to help you guys with that. But please let me know down below in the comments if you guys would like to see that. Okay, we're going to click on the list. We're going to move it up a little bit, so we're going to decrease the padding a little bit. And yeah, we're going to decrease the margin as well. There you go. Okay, much better. And as you can tell on different things, it will show up a lot differently. So you just have to decrease the padding. So I'm going to change it to 80. Okay, still a little too big. What about 50? 50 is good. Oh yeah, and we're going to change the font. It's not going to be 34. It's going to be like 20. Yeah, 24. 24 looks good. I'm going to change this to 14. So we probably could get away with 70. Now we'll do 80. Let's go all the way. There you go. Perfect. And we may decrease the shadow. we probably will change the shadow color on all devices to be not as dark because that's a little too dark. Okay, back guarantee, do 15, and there we go, perfect. And we're going to change this to be a little bit less, so 250, there we go, perfect. But as you can see, autosave is still on, so that's why it's so important. You don't have to keep manually clicking save all the time. We're going to go back here, change the shadow color. Yeah, we'll do a dark gray like that. Much better, much better. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So now that's the first section. That's the buy box, is what people like to call it. We got the buy box on desktop and mobile. Now we're going to add these images in. And how we do that is we're going to go to Add Element, Layout, and then we're going to click on this 1/3 one and drag it. And make sure it says Section here at the bottom. See how it says Section in blue there? If you click Row, it won't create a section, it will create another row. So you want to make sure it creates a section in this case. There we go, perfect. And to get rid of this white space here on the sides, just go to General, Set Fixed Width, disable that, and then there you go. So now the images will be able to show up better. So we're gonna get a few more images here. And if you guys don't, and these images are to show like show pictures of your past happy customers or testimonials. Like if you have pictures of testimonials or like Facebook comments or stuff like that, you can add that in here. And if you guys don't have any of that, if you're just starting out, that's totally fine. You can skip this part. You can instead make these images more about your product. Like if you got samples of your product or you have your inventory at your house or whatever, then what you can do is just simply take pictures of them and add them here. You want high quality pictures so your customers know what they're expecting. And if they have like a box or they come with good packaging and the packaging looks good, then you can take a picture of the product with the packaging just to show, hey, you're getting the box as well. Because again, it increases the perceived value that, hey, you're getting a nice box with your product as well. So that can help. But in this case, I have a couple images here. These are just ones I have from actually my past brands and stuff like that. So I'm just using them for the sake of the video. But you can create like an image like this in Canva pretty easily. That's a free forever tool, completely free for life. But it's literally just drag and drop to create graphics and ads and email banners and stuff like that. So it's really great for e-commerce. And that's actually the website that I use to edit the product images in that video about creating amazing product images like this one. I made this and that in Canva. So Canva's really great, which you guys should definitely check it out. Okay, yeah, so make sure all the images are on full width. Okay, these aren't, that's fine. But again, if you guys don't have this, just put in your own product images here, and that will be just fine. And as you get customer reviews and customer photos and stuff like that, then you can add that into your product page. And that, again, social proof helps with anything. Social proof is the most important thing for your product page, because the more people that, the more pictures that people see of happy customers with your product, or people smiling, or great reviews, video reviews, stuff like that, then the more willing they'll be to buy, because they're saying, hey, other people have trusted this brand before and they look so happy. They look like they've gotten so much benefit from it. So I should try it as well. Whenever we look to make a decision about something, whenever we're unsure about making a decision, we'll look to others to see what to do. And if we see a lot of pictures of people who seem like they are enjoying the product, then we're going to be much more likely to buy than any other text or compelling sales copy that we could write ourselves as the brand owner. So images of your happy customers are very important. Like, those will drastically increase your sales. So get those, the faster you can get those, the better. The better that will help increase your conversion rate and stuff like that. Okay, so next we're going to create this. This is the emotional benefits, more emotional benefits. But this case for the humidifier, I have sold a humidifier in the past, so I have used a lot of these benefits from like my past brand and stuff. But I'll walk you guys through that as well. So we're going to create a new section here, just like that. Okay, and sometimes it doesn't want to do it. Sometimes it has trouble. So sometimes I have to create a section up here and then drag everything else like on top of that. I don't know, sometimes sometimes it's a little weird, but PageFly is incredible. Like, especially if you guys don't want to spend money on a page builder, like Shogun or Gem Pages or whatever, then this works fantastically well, and you don't really need that many pages to begin with, and you don't really need to upgrade unless you have multiple products or you just want more pages. But okay, so now we're going to create this. So actually, I did create the wrong section. Can we add more columns? Yes, we can. Okay, so in this case, we need 2 columns because we're going to have we're going to have text on both the left and right to get that kind of nice look to it. So if you guys need to create another column, just click this button, add column to the right or add column to the left, and it'll do that. In this case, we only need 2. But so I'm going to drag this up. For the title, we're going to add a row. We're going to be creating this part here. And here you want to put your USP, so your unique selling proposition. Why should someone buy from you over everyone else? And of course, your offer can definitely help that. That can be your USP, like, hey, we're offering all this free stuff. But if you have another USP, like maybe a unique benefit or a unique feature that can improve the customer's life, then you can mention that here. So in this case, for the sake of example, we're just saying the world's only humidifier that sucks allergens out of the air. Just for the sake of example, we're going to say that. But like I said, the biggest thing that people get wrong with e-commerce is that they list out all of the features. They list out like, oh, it's machine washable. It's like, runtime is like 7 to 14 hours. It's got like 2 mist modes, 2 different settings for timing and stuff like that. But nobody really cares. Nobody really cares about the specs and the technical bits about like a humidifier, for example. They care what it will do for them. And in this case, the reason why someone would buy a humidifier is to help relieve their child's allergies. So you can get emotional with this and make the copy more compelling, more spicy by saying, like, hey, this will help your child feel 10 times happier because obviously, first it's logical. In a sense, it's like, okay, if you relieve your kids' allergies, then obviously they're going to feel happier because, we all have had allergies. We know how miserable we can feel. And so that can be one benefit because you don't want to list out like, 2 mist modes and that be like your sales copy. Different, like you don't want to list out your features. You want to turn your features into benefits. You want to figure out the real reason why your customer's buying your product. In this case, to help your child get better. You can also add and expand on that by saying, yes, make your child feel happier, improve your child's deep sleep because it can be hard to sleep with allergies. It can help your child from being sick all the time. Their child could be, could have chronic allergies. And so we can say, hey, this humidifier will prevent your kid from getting sick all the time. And if you're a parent, then that, especially around certain ages of kids, they get sick all the time. And it's because their immunity hasn't built up yet, but it also could be for other reasons like allergies. And so this can be another great benefit, especially if you're a parent and a mom with young kids, then you'll know this can be a very compelling reason. Because who doesn't want their kid to feel better and not get sick all the time? I certainly wouldn't want my kid to get sick all the time. Another thing, save over $453 yearly on allergy pills. I mean, that's true because these can replace allergy pills, which aren't that healthy for you. It's not. You don't want your kid to be taking allergy pills every single day of the entire year. Like, you think how bad that can be for your health, even if they're not addictive. Still, it's like, if you have to take medicine every single day, that's not that good for you. That's never good for you. So anyways, by adding different things like that, see how much more compelling those benefits are than just saying, oh, 2 missed modes, 2 timer settings, auto shut off, stuff like that. It's like, this is the real juice that will get people to buy. Yes, yes, you can still add the features in and show them all the great things that they're getting as well. But this is why people will buy and choose you over others. It's because of whether you can elicit emotion in them. If you can make them feel a certain way, then they will be more likely to buy your product. If they make you, if your copy makes your customer feel like that you can solve their problem, that like you are meant for them by using certain words that only they would use, that only your ideal customer would use, and by activating or eliciting certain emotions that make them feel like, hey, dude, yes, like this product is for me, this brand is for me, they can really help me solve my problem, then they're gonna buy from you over and over and over again because, again, you seem like the best fit for them. And by having a USP, by having compelling emotional benefits and an irresistible offer, all of that together work in harmony, that will make your brand the #1 choice for your ideal customer. And so floods of people will flock to your brand and buy from you because of that. So anyways, that's a little bit of a rant, but we'll get back on here, guys. I hope these tips, not just like going through a tutorial, not talking, but I hope these, by me explaining certain things, that it makes sense to you guys and that it helps you guys. I really hope that it does, because like I said, like I've spent so much time wasting, or I've wasted so much time just trying to think of like what to say, what my product page copy should be and stuff like that. And it's been a very, I don't want you guys to have to go through that. I don't want you guys to waste your time having to learn this stuff the hard way like I did. We're going to change the section background again. There you go. Also, yeah, having contrasting color sections can also be nice too, especially for a buy box. If the buy box is a different color than the rest of the page, that can also just capture their attention, and it can also just, again, make the landing page look nicer as well. Okay. Cool, perfect. We're gonna add a divider there as well. And again, the divider just helps, the color accents and all that can just also make your brand look nicer, and the page itself look nicer. But don't think, like these aren't 100%. Like you can definitely skip out on a divider or whatever. Like you don't have to add every single one of these features. The most important things, yeah, like having USP, an irresistible offer, emotional compelling benefits, great product images showing the value that they're getting, testimonials, social proof. Those are really the most important things that all your landing pages should have. But like, if you don't add this divider, it's no problem. It's not the end of the world. Okay, cool. So now we're going to add these guys in, these sections. So just take like this section, drag it down here. Do 35. And then go to General, Show Icon. It's going to be on top this time. And we're going to make it big. We're going to make it like 80. All right. And in this case, that icon was called Child. This one here. Select that. And make it blue. Again, to kind of go with the brand theme. The brand theme, I guess right now, is more blue and orange. So we're going to stick with that. And copy and paste this text here. There we go. And also we're going to need a paragraph. So I'm going to go up here, paragraph, drag that in the column. Pop-ins, we're going to center that. There we go, much better. Beautiful. So now we are going to let's see if we can do this. Whoops. Oh, okay. I didn't even know you could do that. That'll save me so much time next time. But anyways, like you saw earlier, I clicked highlight the column, clicking that, and then clicked add columns to the, or no, sorry, I duplicate it, click duplicate, and then boom, there you go. They show up. So that way you don't have to type in. I don't know why it disappeared. Where'd it go? Let's try it again. Whoops, not that. There we go. Okay. Whew. There we go. Perfect. um, so that can save you so much time. I was literally manually doing it each time. So still keep learning after doing it for 3 years. Still learn something new every day. Okay. Now we're gonna add these benefits in. Oh yes, the one thing I did forget to do is go to section, select fixed width, turn that off. But then you want to go to each column and then add in 5 margin. This is mainly to help mobile, but it's also to help the text from kind of being at the edge of the page there, and it almost looks like it's going to get cut off. So by adding some margin, that can help. There we go. And now all we got to do is just, whoops, sorry. We're going to highlight this row, duplicate it, and then so that we can add the next things here. And again, the contrasting icon colors, like you see there, there's some blue and some orange. Again, it just helps. One, it looks better on mobile because it's not always blue. But like I said, the contrasting colors can help and just make your landing page look nicer and more premium. Because most people don't do that. Most people don't have contrasting colors. They're kind of just all over the place. Okay, now we're going to be adding next images. In this case, it's just one image. So we're going to do image, drag it here. Make sure to create a section for this particular image. In this case, there's another social proof image here. So this, again, I made on Canva. Canva, oh my gosh, guys, you guys can make so much stuff on Canva. You can create your ads, you can create your emails, literally every single thing possible you can create on Canva. It's huge work, but you know, it's incredible, guys. And again, if you guys don't have something like this, just include another picture of your product, or you can include a picture of your ebook. So you create another image kind of like this, showing everything that they're getting, but just show something, show the value they're getting. And if you have social proof, definitely include it here. But anyways, real quick before we move to the next section, we're going to make sure all this looks good on mobile. So go to mobile. Okay, first let's tackle this section. Oops. So I'm gonna go row. Column spacing, we're gonna change from 30 to 0. That just gets rid of the white space. For some reason that just works better. Change that to 30. Move this to 24. Actually, that looks pretty good. So it's interesting the divider isn't showing up on mobile, but that's okay. It's no problem. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to change this to, yeah, we'll do 24. And then the paragraph text, change it to 18. Yeah, icons will leave at 80. Those are pretty good. And again, you guys don't have to copy exactly like same style and everything. If you guys want font sizes different, if you want to change your fonts, change the icons, colors, by all means, please do. I'd rather you guys not copy this completely, add your own spin to it, but I just hope that this at least gives you the starting point, if anything, to where you can get inspiration from this and hopefully make a product page that will convert. Because this product page, I've literally used this exact product page minus, the images and stuff are different and the text, but this exact product page format has converted very well for me in the past, over the past several years. And it's taken me so long to figure this stuff out. That's why I want to give it to you guys for free, because I don't want you guys to waste all the time like I did. But anyways, hope this is helpful so far. So now we're going to create the next section. So we're going to duplicate this section. As you saw, I just duplicated it. We're going to drag that down here, and then I'm going to drag this image section up. There we go. And so now we're going to change the color here to be a darker color. I kind of like to contrast between light and dark colors. So in this case, this is a page I built earlier. I'm going to copy the hex code from it. There we go. Perfect. And now we'll just change our colors to white. And again, this text here, even though it's for the sake of example, again, I have sold humidifiers in the past, and so this text is not like default text. This text is also has compelling factors to it. So it's not just example text that isn't proven to convert. Stuff like this has converted. Like this line itself has converted, or it has been part of a converting landing page that's converted very well. Same with different things like this. So you can take inspiration from this copy too. I hope you can take inspiration from this copy as well. Copy is the text on the sales page. And so, like for example, this won't become another chore for you. This is because after doing so much research on like Amazon, looking at Amazon reviews, looking at Reddit forums, on Facebook groups, all this different stuff, I realized that a lot of moms have said that they don't want another humidifier to clean. Like, they know some of them you can't really clean that well. Some of them you can't take the lid off. And so it's hard to get stuff out. It's hard to keep it clean and mold free. And so I realized, hey, that's a big, problem or objection that potential customers may have. They may say, oh, I don't want to have to clean all this and it take forever to clean, which you'll see the benefit or the logical benefits down here are congruent with that. They help overcome customer objections. So your FAQs and the logical benefits, and really all the benefits in a way, are meant to also help overcome rejections that your customers may have. So I'll show you guys more of that, like once we get to the FAQs and once we finish up this section. But just know that it's also important to include reasons why, or it's important to include answers that will overcome any potential rejections your customers may have. So we're going to be starting with this. And as you can see here, effortless cleaning, that's one of them. This won't become another chore for you. We're explaining to them that, hey, this literally takes just 28 seconds to clean. It's so easy to clean. Like, it will take you no time at all, just 28 seconds. And so those are more the logical benefits. You want the emotional benefits first to, really get them to elicit that emotion, to make them feel a certain way. So that way they're more primed to buy from you. And then you list logical benefits, because we buy based on emotion and back it up with logic. That's what we do as humans. That's a fact in human psychology. And so you want the logical benefits after the emotional ones so then your customer can be reading and see like, oh, well, see, it's not going to take that long to clean. It runs long. The filters last long. I don't have to worry about turning it off. And again, these are customer objections that they may have. They may say, well, how long do the filters last? I don't know whether they're going to last that long or not. Or how long does this run? I don't want this to only run a couple hours and then it die or whatever. Or what happens if I forget to turn it off? Will it turn off itself? Like, that's another reason why people may not buy, is because they don't want the inconvenience of having to turn it off at the middle of the night. But instead, you're overcoming that customer objection in this logical benefit section by saying, no, you don't have to worry about forgetting to turn it off, because it automatically shuts itself off once it's empty. Or it won't take so long to clean. It's not a hassle to clean because it takes just 28 seconds. We've tested it ourselves, and it only took 28 seconds for us to fully clean the whole thing. And so that's important as well. You don't want your benefits you don't want to guess what your benefits are. Do market research. Look at Amazon reviews who've bought humidifiers in the past or whatever your product is, and look at, even if they're not the same product as you, that's fine, but you can see what problems they had with something like a humidifier where there's tons of different kinds of them. And then you can see, one, how does your product improve that? And two, like, what are the benefits? How can I overcome, or yeah, what are the objections that people have had for those other humidifiers? And then two, how can I overcome that? How's my product better than those other ones? And how can I overcome those objections in my sales copy? So I hope that made sense to you guys. I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. And again, you're more than welcome to pause this video at any time. And, if you guys need to take a breather, or you can turn the video on like half speed, so 0.5 speed instead of 1, or you can speed it up if I'm going too slow. But, whatever works for you. So for this here, you can see the icons have like this blue background and this orange background. To get that, you're going to click on the icon, go to background color. You're going to change it to blue in this case. And now we're going to change the icon color to white. And so right now it's a big box. It's like, what is going on? So what you're going to do is you're going to go into padding. You're going to put 20 in the middle. So whatever number is in the middle, it changes all 4 sides to match that. But if you don't want all 4 sides to be the same, or if you don't want all 4 sides to be the same, you can remove that number in the middle, and then you can do each one manually. Like, this is 14, this is 15, this is 13, whatever. But in this case, we want them all the same. It's going to be 20. And to get rid of all of this extra stuff, what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down here to display style. You're going to click inline. Now, at first it does that, which we don't want to. So we're going to space it once. Okay, we're going to space it twice. There we go. There we go. Much better. And so, and we're going to make it look nicer than just a square like that. So you're going to go under border, click on more settings. Border radius is going to be 30. So that way it's more rounded, and you can round it however you like. But I think that looks pretty good. Then general, select icon, magic, this is the one that I used earlier in this picture. So we're going to use the same one there. Change the paragraph text to white. Just 20 seconds to clean. And in this case, for a humidifier, if your product's more technical, you may need more explanation. But a humidifier, everyone knows what a humidifier does for the most part. So there's not much explanation needed in here for the different features. So I like to make it short and sweet. One, also because people's attention spans these days are not that high. So the faster you can convey your message while still making it, while still making your message relevant and also make sense. But if you can convey it faster and in less words, then why not? That will make people buy more, and that will get more people to buy because you're able to convey your message faster in a more concise, effective way. Oh, did it again? Okay, let's I don't know if you guys remember a few minutes ago, it did that too. If I copy and pasted something from outside, it duplicated the icon for some reason, but you guys shouldn't have that problem. There we go. And then we're going to change this icon color, the orange, the icon itself, we're going to do clock. And PageFly has tons of icons, which I really love. You don't have to like get an image from Google or whatever. You can just simply create or choose from their like they have like hundreds of them here just in PageFly alone. So PageFly is incredible for this kind of stuff. Okay, plus. Here we go. And then this icon was check. Boom. There we go. Again, another concern that people may have when buying a humidifier is how long do the filters last. Some have no filters, some do require filters. But that's another common objection people may have to buy. So we overcome it by saying, hey, this is how long the filters last, and you can also buy more on the store if you'd like. All right, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so make sure. Actually, yeah, before we change mobile, we're going to do the next section. So we are going to create a new section. Bam. Okay. Sometimes it has issues like that. So we just, again, drag it there. Drag this section above it and that. Usually there's no problem then after that. So we're going to create a box like that. So we'll need a block. Go back here, scroll all the way down, drag a block there. There you go, perfect. We're going to drag header. I should drag the offer one here as well. Okay. So first for the block, to make it look nice, it's like the midway through. We're like midway through the page. The rest gets easier, I promise. But thank you guys for sticking with me. And but anyway, so we're creating the middle of the page call to action button or buy box, whatever you want to call it. And so first we're going to add a border to it, make it look nice. In this case, we're going to do FFCBA4. It's going to look nice. We're going to change the width to 10. We're not going to round it this time. And then we're going to increase the margin by like 100. No, disregard. We're going to do like 300. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Cool. All right, and then we're going to add to cart button. So instead of just creating a brand new one, I just like to duplicate it and then drag it down. And then if I want to change the text size or whatever, then it's much easier to do that than creating a whole brand new one. Same for the, oh yeah, actually. Oh, actually, what? Yeah, we'll just do this way. Go 90-day money back guarantee. Again, adding the money back guarantee underneath the add to cart button, that can be a great way to just push people to buy it. People who are on the fence, they'll see 90-day money back guarantee. It's like, oh, okay, well, I can just return it, you know, if I don't like it. So then usually that will get a lot of people to buy right then and there. Okay, so cool. We got that. Change the margin a little bit. We'll do 250. Yeah, that looks good. And then again, I'm going to add a little bit of margin for mobile. There we go. Much better. And oh yeah, and then now for the block, we're going to add a shadow. So make sure the block is highlighted. Click on shadow. And increase the blur vertical offset. There we go. And so actually what we can do is increase the section amount so it can be like 40. There we go. And there we go. So that way you see the shadow more on desktop. And so that's just a nice feature I like to add just because it looks nice. So now we're actually going to duplicate this section. We're going to get rid of this block though. We're going to add in stars again. So we're going to go up here. And I know I said we would change mobile, but we'll fix mobile in just a second. I find it a lot easier to do this stuff on desktop and then change mobile instead of trying to create everything on mobile and then fit it to desktop because it does not work out well. It really doesn't. Okay, 70, that looks good. Oh. There we go. And then simply oops. There we go. Okay. Text alignment center. Perfect. And then we're going to use this since it's here. Here. If you've changed the text color, like how, one heading is two different colors, then you have to go into the heading text instead of changing it under content color. But basically you go in here and then we're going to change it to white because this whole section is going to be gray. So background color A99. And again, if you don't have like customer reviews and stuff, then don't say like thousands of moms worldwide. You don't want to use fake social proof or testimonials or anything like that. Even if you get like your mom or your parents or your family or your friends to review it, as long as they're the ideal customer or the target market, then then that's still great. That's totally fine. But don't use like fake. Don't try and create like your own reviews. I don't recommend that just because people can kind of tell like if they all kind of sound the same, and I don't recommend like stealing reviews from other brands and stuff because that's just not ethical. Okay, we're gonna add this divider here. There you go, that looks good. And add an image. Again, another social proof thing. This is a bunch of Facebook comments that I edited using Canva again. Canva does literally everything. But again, they can look really good here, as you can see. And now we're going to add accordions. So accordions are really cool. Those are what create the, that's what we use for the FAQ section. So it just looks really nice. And they're very functional as well. Let's see, okay, well we won't be concerned about that. That's fine. Go over here, add element, go to accordion. We're going to drag the first one down right here. As you can see, they're very tiny. So first, we're going to delete the first two. We're just going to have one. Again, we're going to format this one, and then we'll format all the other ones. Go to accordions, click on the plus, allow open multiple. Go to styling, pop-ins, 28. Oh, sorry, you have to click on it and then change the font and the font size. There you go. And this is going to be the features area, so exclusive features. And usually I like to add a space, just so the plus and all that aren't on top of each other. Okay, and now when you click on it, there's like the area where you can add the stuff in. So we're going to be creating this stuff. So if your product has features, then this can be a great way, a cool way to make it look good. So first things first, click on accordion content. I'm going to change the background to match the accordion header. So it's going to be E. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go to, oh yeah, so first, I'm going to go up here, click on this plus here in the top right corner of section. I'm going to click on client logos, click on lavender, select section, because we need the rows like this, because it's important for mobile, really. Whoops. So drag the row down here, create a new row. Yep, it's fine. You can delete this other row then. And then we can get rid of the lavender section now. So we just need this part. And so now we are going to create these things here. So we can copy these from up here and add them here. Just change the text color to black. You can get rid of that picture here and go from there. Cool. So in this case, we're pretending the humidifier has 2 night lights on it. And again, naming is so important. It just adds to the depth and feel of your brand. It makes it more compelling, more juicy. So instead of just calling it 2 night lights, I called it 2 sleep enhancing night lights, because I mean, it's true. Night lights can help, your kids sleep at night, especially if they're afraid of the dark and stuff. But it also just sounds more compelling, more juicy, more exciting than just saying, oh, it's just a night light. People don't put any effort into the feature names, or really the names of their product, and the other accessories that come with it, and they're leaving a lot of money on the table. So by naming it something like that, and by naming the colors of it, like the nightlight names, they don't really have a name for the humidifier, but I decided to name it something more compelling than just saying, oh, white and colorful mode. Instead, I say harmony white and rainbow mode. Harmony white just makes it sound that much more exciting, makes it sound more peaceful, more tranquil, which that makes it sound that much more compelling considering it's a nightlight, makes it sound more relaxing. So do you see how that changes the tone of your brand, the personality of your brand? So I would definitely recommend to pay attention to how you name things with your brand, because that honestly makes a big difference with your brand and your conversion rate. Okay, we're gonna go all the way down here. We're gonna make this one orange, this icon. There we go. 2 allergy soothing mist modes. Again, see here how I named it. 2 allergy soothing mist modes. It's relevant because we're targeting, or the whole problem we're trying to solve is to relieve their kids' allergies, these parents' kids' allergies. And so by naming the feature allergy soothing mist modes, it just makes it again sound more compelling, more exciting. Whoops, I think I accidentally created another column. There we go. Okay. The undo button is definitely very helpful. That's very helpful. Whisper quiet. Yep. And again, instead of just saying, no sound or whatever, by saying whisper quiet, sounds amazing. And also by adding a description by saying helps your child enter restores to deep sleep, because, even if it is a little bit of noise, it's soothing. And also, the fact that there's not much noise at all, little to none, that can help your child enter deep sleep faster. I mean, that's not, that's true. We're not just making this up. and hoping that people, I guess, listen to it or believe it or whatever. But it's true. I mean, um, so that's another thing you can add to your features to turn them more into benefits, because you can make even the most technical things actual benefits that people care about, because most people, again, don't care whether, like it's most people don't care about, oh, whether, like, the two night lights or whatever. That's nice, but again, all these things add up. The offer, all these cool features and stuff like that, the USP, all of that adds up and will make it so much more compelling for people to buy from your brand over others. And here's a very unique feature: mold and dust mite guard. And the reason why I draw attention to that is because originally it was actually, this was on the humidifier that I sold um, previously, and it was actually like one of the worst features of it, because when I first got inventory, I realized that, oh, this humidifier actually turns off 4 to 6 hours after, like after 4 to 6 hours of running, it would automatically shut itself off, even if there's still water left in it. And I realized, that's not good, especially if you want it to run all night. But I couldn't change that. I couldn't ask the supplier to remove that feature because I had already ordered the inventory. I had like a couple hundred units on the way, so I was like, okay, I can't um, I can't back out of that now. But how can I asked myself an empowering question: how can I turn this very inconvenient feature into one of the best benefits of it? And I thought for a while, and I realized, hey, and I did some research. And I realized that, hey, the reason why a lot of people don't like these huge gallon humidifiers is because they run so much and they cause mold and dust mites to form in their home. And people don't like that, because then if you breathe in mold and stuff, it's not good for you. And it kind of defeats the purpose of the humidifier. But I realized then, hey, I can advertise this and market it as my product has taken a preventative approach of this. And we realize that, hey, that can be a real problem that people can struggle with. So our humidifier is designed to shut off every 4 to 6 hours, so that way it prevents mold and dust mites from forming in your home. So that way you still get the benefits of the humidifier, of it relieving your allergies, but it also helps reduce mold and dust mites from forming, which all other humidifiers don't do. And so I took that from a very inconvenient feature and turned it into this amazing, super compelling benefit that people will actually care about, because people care that it's like, now this is one of the only humidifiers on the market that has a feature like this. It shows that, oh, we actually care about the customer because we've taken a preventative approach by introducing this feature, because most people don't know that it causes mold and dust mite, or, that humidifiers can cause mold and stuff. But those people who do realize that and do know that will see this feature and be like, wow, dude, like, wow, they even thought of that. Like, that's incredible. Like, I'm going to buy this. So all that stuff, again, all these things add up and can convince more and more people to buy from you. So we're going to change these icons now. Okay. There we go. Okay, perfect. And that is the feature part set up. There we go, much better. And we're going to duplicate that accordion. But actually, we're going to go up here and we're going to drag a paragraph down here to replace this row. Whoops. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I'm not sure how long I've been talking for and going through this tutorial, but I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. You guys, like, I know because you're sticking with me, I know you guys are committed to achieving success with e-commerce, and I know you will because you are one of the few who are willing to work through this tutorial and truly add in all of these features. And you know, I know you guys won't give up. You guys are going to win at this. Okay, so anyways, this next part will be about the money back guarantee. I'd like to add basically like explaining the money back guarantee. People may not understand that, oh, they have, you know, that we offer free returns and stuff like that. So I like to have a section explaining that. And we're just going to name it money back guarantee. There you go. Cool. Okay, now before we move on to the FAQ section here, we are going to make this stuff optimized for mobile. So as you can see that, you know, we'll fix that in just a minute. Okay, we're going to decrease the size of these icons a little bit. We're going to make them, yeah, like 50 is good. And the mobile is looking really good still. There we go. Okay, now for the block. It's because of the margin. That's why it looks complete whack. But you can get rid of the margin for mobile. It'll still save the settings on desktop. So the margin's still there on desktop, but on mobile it's different, so you don't have to worry about it, like losing your progress or whatever. The width, we're going to do 5. Yeah, that's good. 28. Yeah, we'll stick with that. And then we're going to add some margin. Yep, just like that. That all looks good. The stars we're going to change to be like, yeah, let's do 50. All right, perfect. And then that's a good size. Picture, yes, full size. And decrease the column spacing. There you go. Same with this. 0. Perfect. There you go. And then, yeah, we're going to change the font size on this, make it smaller. Yeah, like, actually, like 18 is good, yeah. And then icon size, yeah, we're definitely, it's going to be a lot smaller than 80 for mobile. And again, like I said, it saves separately on mobile and desktop. So in other words, like, yeah, the icon size, you can change it on mobile and it will be different on desktop. So you don't have to worry about your progress. Or you don't have to worry about you losing your progress. 24, actually, yeah, we'll leave that actually. And again, it's good to include the features here. Not everyone's going to read them, but that's fine. But for those who do read them, you can, one, it looks nicer than most other landing pages you'll find out there. So that's a plus going for you. But also on top of that, you also add more juice to the features than just hearing the technical specs about it and all that kind of stuff. You actually add some depth and more reasons why they should care about the features and why they should buy from you. So this next part, we're going to add another section. This will be for the FAQs. Okay, we'll create a section up here. There you go. And then drag this above that. There you go, perfect. And we're going to take the accordions, we're going to duplicate them, and then drag it down here. So this will be the FAQ section, and we're going to change the section background to, again, the gray. come up here, duplicate that, bring it down, bring this heading down to title this the FAQ section. So common questions, make it a little bit bigger, like 50. Yeah. And actually before, so you see how they're the same color essentially. The accordion's up here, and then this next section here. One way you can get around that to make it look nicer is just increase the margin of the section above. Add like 40 margin, and then go to shadow, and then drag the shadow down a little bit, and then that will just make it look nicer. It'll be like a page break. It'll show people that, okay, that section has just ended, and now there's a new section coming. It just looks nicer. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. There we go. Okay. And we're actually going to get rid of this exclusive features accordion, and we're going to take this one. We're going to, instead of it being centered like that, we're going to actually have it like usual, or non-centered. And how long is shipping? We're in these in these FAQs, we are going to be adding the most common questions, and again, overcoming customer objections. That's the point and purpose of FAQs. And so one of the first questions people may ask is like, how long is shipping? You know, we said at the top, free insured expedite shipping, but how long is shipping? And you can always add in your offer and say the shipping time, like 2 to 3 days, 2 to 3 weeks, however long. And if you guys don't have long shipping times, that's fine. Don't be afraid. Even if you have like 3-week shipping times, that's fine. Still put it on there. Be transparent, because people will care about that more. People care about the product itself. If your product is good and you convey that, you have a unique selling proposition, great, irresistible offer, then the shipping times, people won't think twice about them. People will still buy from you. So shipping times are not like they won't kill the deal. They obviously help. You should definitely get better shipping times than 2 to 3 weeks. But if you guys are just starting out, it's totally no problem, guys. Like, tons of people. You'd be surprised how many people buy products still that have like 3 to 4 week shipping times, and even longer than that. Okay. Accordion content, we're going to decrease the padding so that way it just looks nicer. There you go. How long is shipping? And we're going to change it on mobile as well, like the text side, so that way we won't have to keep going back and forth, which actually that looks pretty good already. Looks really good. We're going to change this to 30. And it's looking good. It's good. Looking really good. Wow. This looks great. A lot better than when I made it. And I'm not bragging when I said, like, oh, that's great. It's a lot better than when I first made it. It took a couple hours for me to make the first one and, make it look good and get everything all set up. So I'm happy with how this is turning out now. Okay. Another common question could be like, what payment methods do you guys take? I know we have the trust badge that shows the different payment options, but again, it can just help because not everyone may read that or notice those. So one common question people may have when buying a humidifier does it take batteries or does it need batteries? And then you can say no, it doesn't, or yes, it does, whatever. But think of things for your product. Think of common questions people may have, like either common questions when they do actually receive your product, but also common questions that they may have before they buy the product. So it could be like for humidifiers, it could be like, yeah, how much of the house does it cover? How long do the filters last? How can I buy more filters? How much water does this hold? Like, how do I clean it, etc. And so you can add different FAQs like that to overcome those objections, and it will just make people more comfortable with buying from you because you have answered their questions. You've answered all the questions in their mind. When people are confused or when people aren't sure or don't have an answer about something, then that's when people don't buy. So you want to answer as many questions as possible that your customer may have, because then more people will buy from you as a result. So how long do the filters last? Filters last. Okay. How long before it needs refilled? Again, thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are freaking troopers, because most people won't do this, but like I've said several times before, I don't want you guys to waste as much time as I did on this kind of stuff. That's why I'm making this tutorial for you guys. And also, I want you guys to know that this is a product page that has converted. So I don't want you guys to be like starting from nothing, just trying to guess how to create a product page. I wanted to give you guys a template that you guys can use that can always give you a starting point for you, and you can have confidence in it, knowing that, hey, it will convert, it will make me sales. Okay, perfect. So FAQ section is done, and you can have as many questions as you want. The more the better. Obviously, don't have like 100, but you like if you have 10, 15, even that's fine. More than 15, that may be a little bit much, but like we have, I think, 8 here with 7 here. Like 7 is totally fine. People are not going to freak out about that or get overwhelmed by that. But having something, even if your product is brand new and like no one's ever bought it yet, still have an FAQ section, because like I said, that will overcome, or that's where you can overcome customer objections, and therefore more customers will buy from you. Okay, we're going to add more pictures down here. So again, if you have different pictures, that's great. If you don't have more pictures, just add more pictures of your product, like I said earlier. But if you have pictures of happy customers, then please put them on there, because those are game changer. Just having pictures of happy customers on your page, and it just adds more feeling, more realness to your product page. It adds more life to it, because most product pages, like I said, are just literally white background with black text, like paragraphs of text, and that's it. And it feels bare, it feels empty, the product page. But when you have all these different colors, all these different pictures of happy people, real people with your product, that just makes it more compelling, and it feels like your brand is more alive. And that will get more people to buy than you think. And this other section here before reviews is I like to add this in here just because this is obviously not Amazon. People are not familiar with their site necessarily, and so it can be good to just add in more trust factors that will get them to buy. So for example, in this case, it's like saying secure payments, encrypted checkout, stuff like that. And that just helps reassure the customer that, hey, their information is secure on this site. Like they don't have to worry about being scammed or getting their data stolen or anything like that. Because Shopify is 100% secure. Even if you use Stripe or PayPal checkout or something else other than Shopify checkout, it's still 100% secure. Okay, money. There we go. And I'm not going to do the orange ones this time. I'm just going to stick with all blue. Again, you can change it if you want to. Privacy protected. And this section, you guys don't have to add this section. I just like to. I'd like to think it helps the conversion rate and just helps people feel more reassured. But again, like I said, you don't have to add this section by any means. You can definitely skip this and move to the next part. Whoops. Okay. Well, that's okay. Okay. Stand by. encrypted checkout. And by saying site verified by Google, that's not something you pay for or anything. That just simply means, in this case, that just simply means that, hey, like this is not a scam website or anything. Like, this is a legitimate site. Again, it just helps the customer feel more safe and secure buying from you. Okay, cool. So that looks pretty good. Increase size a little bit, the text. Yeah, that looks good. And yeah, perfect. And then after this, first we're gonna duplicate this section again, this middle call to action section with the buy box here. I'm gonna drag it underneath this section here. Well, we'll duplicate it one more time, and we're gonna get rid of this block. And this is where, if you have a review app or if you have testimonials, you can put them here. So what you would do is simply click on this add third-party elements button, click on this gear button, and PageFly supports a certain amount of review apps and other third-party apps like Klaviyo for email marketing, Yotpo product reviews, Shopify product reviews, stuff like that. There's a bunch of different ones. Like they support Luke's, Stamp, they support Ally reviews, Judge Me, some very popular ones. And so in this case, I just have Yotpo, however you say it, enabled. So all you got to do is just, click toggle on like that, and they'll show up here. And then what you would do is simply just drag the reviews widget here. And if you wanted these stars to show up at the top, you can drag the stars rating up at the very top here and replace this section here. But I'm not going to do that because we don't have any actual reviews because this is a test store. But that's where you would put it. You just create a new section, put it there, and then go inside of the review widget app on Shopify. So you go into go to apps, and then you click on the app, and then go into it, and then you change the settings like the colors, the font, the text, stuff like that. But in this case, for the sake of example, that's the review section there, and then here, the review section. We're actually going to change the background to be F8. There we go. And then this block here is going to be white, completely white. So this one in the bottom right corner. And here we're just going to add, again, I like to add a final call to action button underneath the reviews. Most people don't have anything after the reviews. It's just like, okay, that's kind of it. But I do like to have something under the reviews because people scrolling to the end of the reviews and then having to scroll all the way back up to add to cart, I just feel like that's, why not put another add to cart button if you can down there, which in this case, we have the luxury of being able to. So we're going to change the top color to black. So boom, get 5 free gifts plus $40 off when you order now. And again, that's because the compare app price was $79.95 and the product price is $39.95. So I'm no mathematician, but that's $40 off. And 5 free gifts, that's what our offer was. So it's reminding them about the offer. And you can always include the picture. Like you can always include this picture here at the bottom, again, to show them. Because like I said, we'd rather look at an image than read text. So an image can be great, especially a value stacked image, showing all of the value they're getting, like the email or the ebooks, the free shipping, the product itself with the box. Again, it can just be very compelling for people to see that. But in this case, I'm not going to do that. You can put that there if you'd like. But there's the box add to cart button again. Still works, 90-day money back guarantee. And now all we got to do is just change it on mobile, make sure it's formatted correctly, and then we're good. Then we're done. So change this real quick. Yeah, that looks good. And we're going to add 5 margin here. But yeah, 30 is fine. Change it to 18 actually. We're going to change this. icon size to be like 35. Yeah. All right. That's good. Go. Or, you know, yeah, we'll do it like that. That looks better. All right, guys. Well, that is the tutorial. I'm just making sure didn't forget anything. Oh yeah, one more thing I do want to mention for you guys. Another thing that can add, just add one to the aesthetic of your product page, but also can help the conversion rate. It's not like the biggest factor, but it just again makes your brand, your landing page look nicer and more compelling, more premium and legitimate. It's to, like, for example here, you can add animation to the text, and I'll show you what that looks like on this page. So I'll refresh it real quick. And if you scroll down here, see how that moved? See how the add to cart button kind of jumped out at you? That's an animation, and you can add that to PageFly pretty easily. So if you click on the add to cart button, click on animation here under general, click on animation, click on win display, and click on pulse, and then you can hover your mouse over that, and then it will display. Oh, I accidentally added it to the to the icon, not to the button. So when display, pulse, there you go. See, it kind of pulses. So whenever the page loads, whenever a customer loads the page, then they'll see that animation pop up. And you can do that for all the add to carts buttons. You can also do it for text. So like for here, you can add display. I did fade. So I'll show you guys what that looks like in just a second. There you go. And on the store itself, here's what it looks like when it loads. It just looks nicer, makes it look more premium. You can make you can make this stuff fade in as well. You can make the whole box jump out and pulse. So I'll show you that real quick. If you guys want to make that happen, do the block, highlight the block, go to animation, win display, do pulse. Again, the whole box will pulse as you go down the page on desktop and mobile. So it just looks nicer. Whoops. So just looks nicer. I didn't do that for everything here, but you can do that if you'd like. Just keep in mind that animations, the more animations you have, the slower your site will be. So you don't want like 20 animations on your site because the landing page will slow down significantly. But if you only have like, 4 or 5 on like the main headers of the landing page, then that's totally fine. Then, that can definitely help catch people's attention, especially if the add to cart buttons have that animation, because that can really grab people's attention. But other than that, guys, that is it for this tutorial. That is the end of this Shopify store tutorial. I hope that this video finds you well. I really hope that this helps you guys. I hope that you guys can use this template, use this product page to as a starting point to help you. Because I know before when I was starting my journey, I had no idea what a good product page, what a high converting product page looked like. And I looked at all these other brands that were doing well, but it's like, oh my gosh, they got custom coding and they have all these custom elements and different designs, graphic designers doing all this stuff, and it was overwhelming. But I realized you didn't have to use all of those fancy editors or graphic design tools or coding to make it look good. And so I really hope that this tutorial can help you guys, and that this product page is at least a starting point for you guys, and one that you know and can trust that has converted in the past. It has for me, and so I know that it can convert for you guys as well when you add in your own information. But that's it, guys. I actually do have one more thing for you guys. It's if for some reason when you load on mobile, like if you pull up your store on mobile, first 2 things. 1, go back to the product, whichever product is on the PageFly store. You want to go down to here and then make sure the theme template says PF and then it's going to be a number after that. You want it to be that PF because that means that PageFly's page, i.e. the page that you just made, is going to show up there instead of the default Shopify store page. So again, for this to show up on your page, you want to make sure it says PF, which it should show up automatically. PageFly is really good about that. But if it's not, make sure to change it to say PF for the product. And the other thing is, if for some reason this page, like if you're scrolling and it like the page kind of moves, see how it kind of moves like that, and it's not meant to move, like it kind of, you can kind of see here, like it kind of moves off the page. To fix that, what you can do is click on Add Custom Code, and what you're going to do is you are going to highlight this. I'm going to have a link below for you guys. You guys can click on to get this code, but then you'll basically copy that code, paste it into custom CSS, and then save changes, save the page again, and then it will be good to go. Then it will fix that issue with the margin. And if for some reason that still doesn't fix it, one thing you can do manually is go to all the sections on the page, all the sections, and make sure set fixed width is turned on. Turn that on. Even if it's just real quick, turn it on for every single section, save the page, and then go back to it, check, and it will be fixed. Because usually what happens is, like, you know, the text or something like goes off the page. That's usually why that margin is off, and that's why the product page moves from left to right. So that can definitely help if you're having that issue. If you know, but that shouldn't be a problem for you guys because all this stuff, the margins and stuff, have been fixed already. But that's it, guys. I hope this video has helped you guys. I'm not sure how long this video has been, but thank you so much for watching, guys. I really would appreciate it if you liked it, if you gave it a thumbs up, if you commented below saying you made it to the end of this tutorial, and you know, because I really hope that it helps you guys. And make sure to subscribe for more amazing tutorials just like this one. And please let me know if what future videos you guys would like to see from me. So I'll be more than happy to make them for you. If you guys want more tutorials like this, then make sure to subscribe for more e-commerce and mindset videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you. Take care, y'all. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.